Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. These are mods for Friday the 9th of June. We have some updates as well from Giants, the Holmer Terrados T440, the Covenant iXter by B18, the Samson Agro PG225, the Samson Agro PG220. We've also got the Deutz-Fahr Series 9 by Redcat 3D, the Deutz-Fahr Series 6 TTV HD, 7 TTV and 8 TTV, also by Redcat 3D, have all had updates. In front of me, we have got the FTG Moheda M151 four-wheel drive by North Modding Company, 19 slots. There's quite a few different options. Now, I've used trailers like this before, forwarder trailers, bunk trailers, various different things with a crane attached, that kind of thing. This pack has got quite a few different options and a couple that I really like that stand out to me. You've got your standard kind of forwarder bunk, we've got a few different options for extensions and things like that. The crane, what I like as well, if you've got the Platinum expansion, you've got the option for a winch. You've got a winch off the back, so you've got a winch here which runs up and through and out off the top of the crane, which, you know what it's like when you pull up and you set your trailer, you grab your boom and you extend your boom out and find actually you're a little bit too short, you're not quite at the log you need to be at. You can grab the winch, hook it onto a tree, pull the tree closer, then grab it in the crane and bring it up. I think that's brilliant. The other option for that one is to have it actually attached to the crane arm rather than the back of the crane. It does the same thing, runs down, and you can operate it just as you would do normally. Let's do that. So if I do that, control winch, I can loosen it off, tighten it up, and I can move the logs around, bring them closer for loading up. So if you just get your boom arm out, you can drag logs from all over the place, bring them right over, lift them up, put them in. Then you haven't got to keep repositioning your trailer. That's a really nice touch. I like that. But then there's this one where the bunk can open out like that. And then when you've got your logs in it, you can close that bunk up to squeeze them up into place and then strap them down. This one with the sides is for your branches, also if you're doing small logs. You know what it's like when your logs fall through the gaps, depending on how far apart your stanchions are, and you can get stuff dropping out through the gaps. Or if you want to do smaller logs, you might want to do 1 or 2 metre logs. You can just sling them all in the back of that and they won't go anywhere. That's a nice feature as well. Like I say, it really stands out. So, if we go down to our tools and forestry equipment, now put it in perspective, the Anderson is 19 grand, a little bit smaller. We've got the Kesler, which is 45 grand, which I think is the standard price for this one. If we go right out to the end, well, not right out to the end, where is it? There we go, just there, the Moheda. 45 grand. Slot count 19 comes down to 1. And that's how it starts out, like that. Now, I'm going to read something out here, because there's a bit of information that comes with this. Founded by Anders Jonasson in Moheda, Sweden in 1835, Moheda started producing trailers in the mid-1950s. First frame steer trailer in 1981 and the Robson powered forestry trailer in 1983. There's a 15-ton load capacity. It does also further down, where are we? The four-wheel drive is just for look and does not work as it does in real life. So it's yeah. So we've got forwarder bunk standard. We can't change the colour of this at all. It's yellow and black. Forwarder bunk standard, forwarder bunks plus extensions. So you've got the extensions on there. You've got the hydraulic extensions with extensions. That's the one I like that. We've got standard. Then we've got standard plus extensions, standard and branch plates, back to forwarder bunks. Just try and look at the difference between. Oh, okay. So the forwarder bunks are more squared off, and the standard have got a sort of curved look to each of the stanchions as well. So it depends what you want to go for on there. Then we've got optional trailer borg or knock-in. On the trailer borg we have got knock-in, those two. So we've got the option of yes, additional bunk, yes with extensions. If you've gone with extensions, you can have an extension on there, or no. So you can have 3 bunks or 4 bunks with extension, depending on what you've gone for. Then we've got the M18 DT and the M81. Did I say M18 earlier? M81, sorry, M81 DT and the M81T. I think all I can see is it's a bit beefier. The DT, it's got a bit more heft to it. 5.4 tonne on that one, 5.5 tonne. That's not necessarily the lift capacity, but that's what it weighs. Anyway, toolbox, we've got none. There's a little tray, it appears, it's hard to see there, on the right hand side. Design 2 puts a tray on the left hand side. Design 3 does both, or off. Back plate design. So at the moment, there's the 1514WD. Or design 2 puts a light on the back. So which you rather go from there. Attacher type, this is around the front. So at the moment, regular attacher type, hydraulically run. PTO driven, or back. Then we've got winch, none. From the trailer, which runs from there up and onto the arm, or on the crane itself up the top there, which runs out and down. Those are your options. So each one, the crane operates in a fairly standard manner, shall we say. Actually, what I will do is detach a tree from winch. Let's do that, put the winch away. So at the moment I'm on control group crane. The crane operates much the same as any crane we have in game, you might or may not have seen. So up, down, left and right. Then we've got that movement like that, in and out of our boom. And then we've got rotation of the head and opening and closing of the head. All like that. That can then all be folded back up and put onto the trailer, if you wish. As you can see on this one, tension straps. I don't think the one that's got the branches back to it, sort of galvanised sides, I don't think that one's got tension straps. If we switch over to control group support leg, whoa, okay, that's, wow. Let's put those back down. There you go, lesson learnt there. Absolutely make sure your crane is hopefully back over there. Lighting on this, there is lighting off the back, and we'll use that there. Right, let's try that again. Support leg, there we go, fold those up, that's better, there we go. And then you can put your crane away for transportation, etc. That one I've gone for the light on the back, as you can see there. So lights off. Does that have a flashing beacon? Oh, I wonder if it had a beacon in it, but it doesn't. Okay, so that's that one. Now if we go to this one, crane works in exactly the same way, so our crane up and down, left, right, all that goodness. We do have tension straps, which I can strap on like that, straight away, but if I now switch to support leg, that gives me two options now because of the way this bunk works. Support leg, I can put my support legs down, which they should have been anyway, like that. And then the other one, side to side, closes that up, like that. Readjust your logs, get a bit of a jiggle on. So you haven't got to have that wide open and the logs potentially all over the place. It also helps unloading, so when you do that, then open those back out. One big nice lump, so when you get to the yard and you've got a crane grab or something that's going to grab those off, take them off, that's a brilliant feature. I really like that. I wish all forwarders came with those. It would make life so much easier. There we go. That's that one. Like I say, this one doesn't have tension straps, but this branch thing on the back, let's just grab that. Send that back in there, there we go. But I just, yeah, I really like that as a feature. I think that's really cool. So you go and grab it from further in, if you've got the platinum expansion or addition. Very cool. Same options on this. Control group for the legs, control groups for the crane. That's a really nice pack, that. Like I say, some really nice features that stand out. I like those brush sides. I like that support option there. I love the crane option, winch option on that. Nice pack. FTG Moheda M151 4WD by North Modding Company. Next, we've got this, the Deutz-Fahr SwatMaster 3721 by AgrarDesignAustria VertexDezign, 5 slots, 3.7 meters. We've had a few Deutz-Fahr and class windrowers, not windrowers, tedders of late, but we've got a windrower. A few different options on this one as well. Only requires 20 horsepower to run this. It's fairly small. On Monday, is it Monday? No, not Monday, Tuesday. So it's 10, 11, 12. Yeah, Tuesday. Tuesday we've got the second part, second DLC from the season pass is due out. The hay and forage pack. I blanked for a moment then. Sorry about that. Yeah, March 21st was the Gportal pack. June 13th, hay and forage pack is due out. So things like this. It's a little bit like, I'm not going to lie. Well, I mean, we'll see on Tuesday when it comes out. I'll do the review on console. A few people have had early access on PC. A bit like the Alpine expansion we had on 19. 3 new companies being introduced to that. But anyway, we'll go into that more detail on Tuesday. But I was just thinking of this small sort of machinery for doing hay and forage and grass work. Works quite well, really. So anyway, let's focus on this. I'm getting sidetracked. So under windrowers is where you'll find it. 4,800 is all it is required for purchase. Slot count will come down from 5 to 1. Options on this: we've got single axle round wheel at the front, tandem axle at the back, tandem axle with round wheel at the front, back to single, and then we've got the option Deutz-Fahr or Vicon as our 2 manufacturer choices. Now what I do like as well with this, when you get it and it hooks up, it will lift it up like that on the 3-point, which is fine. If you've got the single axle, that's fine. It doesn't really matter which one you've got. But if I lower it onto its axles, I can drive out to the field with it like that. It doesn't have to be supported on the 3-point, so you're not putting such pressure on it. If you want to go for a kind of, I suppose, potentially a more immersive thing, if you're using a bigger tractor, it's probably not as bad, but that's a nice feature. I like that. But unfold. Now folding back up, there's a bit of a delay between folding it and it actually folding, so be aware. When you press it first of all, nothing happens. Then it starts to go, okay? Because a couple of times I press it, like nothing's happening. You just be patient for a couple of seconds and it will do it. Put those back out. So, once open, from there, R1 and right stick side to side puts the safety bar out, that side. L1 and right stick side to side puts that out and opens it out. Now you can windrow without that open. I think you can, let's turn it on. We can, yeah. So we can windrow, and it will still put the windrow out to the side, as it should do. But again, for a little bit more kind of, you open it out yourself, the grass would hit that, and that's where your windrow ends up. 3.7 meters. The Deutz-Fahr SwatMaster 3721 by AgrarDesignAustria and VertexDezign. Gets the job done. Interesting the grass goes past that. I suppose it depends on the swath size, doesn't it? But there you go. Look. Nice and straightforward. And fold it back up again. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for Friday the 9th of June. And it's this little beauty. Now before you say it, haven't we already got this? We have got a few tracked Fiats. A lot of them by Pepe 978. So this is the Fiat 120C by Pepe 978. 8 slots. I think FS19 we had the 120C. I did have a look through. We have got a Fiat Alice. We've got a Fiat 70C, we've got a Fiat 605C, we've got a Fiat Agri 160 55. The only one of those not by Pepe 978 is the Fiat 70C by Farmer Boy. So we've got a few tracked Fiat tractors. I love them, I think they're brilliant. I was just thinking actually, having just been doing the logging with those trailers, what one of these needs is a winch on the back. I'm just trying to think. There's the winch that goes onto lorries. Is there a rear attaching winch? I can't remember now. You can get the winch plates, I know you can. But I just thought having one of these little tracks, almost like a bulldozer, dragging big trees out from the forest, be quite a nice touch. But anyway, nice looking tractor. Under small tractors is where you find it. There you go. 29 grand for the base model, and it comes like that. So configuration standard, 300 kilo front weight, 540 rear linkage. So it starts off with just a trailer hitch, rear linkage. Then we go through the weights as well. So with rear linkage, 300 kilo, 540, or all back off again. I think I went for that. Then engine setup, we've got 120 horsepower, 140 horsepower. And that's still 38,900 for 140 horsepower. That's pretty cool. Standard tracks or wide tracks. Then you've got without cabin or with cabin. I mean, cabin's a loose term, isn't it? Cover. But anyway, yeah, cabin. I'm not mocking the mod. It just made me smile when it's the cabin. I thought, oh, you imagine that on a cold wintry day. Then we've got configuration. We've got license plate map. So whatever the map one is, or you can have a 70s license plate, and then you've got the actual license plate option down there. So whichever one you've gone for, if you've gone for the map license plate, when you change the license plate, it'll put the map one on. Those are your choices. No colour options or anything like that on it. Jump on in. So lights, if you've got the cabin, got those upper lights. Horn. Now we do have open and close cover, which puts the grills over the side of the engine. Depends if you want to see the engine vibrating away there. Very cool, nice detail on that. You can close those off if you want to. On the back, swing it around. We have had some of these in the past which are very loud. This one's got a nice volume to it, nice bit of squill and clank to the tracks, which is lovely. So on that one we have got side to side, so we can adjust our trailer attacher on the back there. First person, lovely. Top speed of 8 miles an hour. I do like these. There you have it. The Fiat 120C by Pepe978, and that's it for the mods for Friday the 9th of June. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Have a lovely weekend, and thanks for watching.